The last thing that you're going to do is going to be a shape tween. So I'm going to lock my motion tween layer, and I'm going to create a new layer, and this one I'll just call shape. And I'm moving my playhead back to the beginnings to make sure that what I do is on the first frame. I also want you to notice that it went ahead and extended the amount of frames out here to 60 because it assumes it's going to be that long. Okay, we don't have to have it that long. We can make it shorter, in fact. So I'm going to go ahead and um, if I click and drag, I can then control click and remove frames, and then that leaves me at 1 through 40, 2 seconds for this last part of the animation. Okay, so just make yours, you don't have, I know yours is probably not the same amount of time as mine. Just try to do a different amount of time for each of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in frame 1 is I'm going to use the type tool, which is right here, or text tool, and I am going to choose a kind of thick font, and I always like Impact. Just easy, and it's usually on most computers. And I'm going to type my first initial, which is a K. You type yours. I'm going to go ahead and make that a blue color, and I'm going to increase the size of it. There we go. That looks good enough right there. Okay. Then I'm going to create a keyframe halfway through this layer. So that would make that at 20. And I'm going to hit F6 to insert a keyframe. And I'm going to change this letter to an A. And then I'm going to go to the last one and insert a keyframe. And I'm going to change it to an S. Now, I also want to change the color of these. The first one was blue. Let's make the middle one red-ish, well, or maybe pink-ish. There we go. So I got blue, pink, and green. All right. Now, these are letters right now, okay? And you can see by clicking on the properties, it says that it's just classic text. In order for me to make this a shape, I have to break it apart. I can go to the Modify menu and choose Break Apart. You can also see that there's a keyboard shortcut, Command B, to do that. If I Command B, now you can see the little dots all over it. That's showing me that it is a shape. I'll do that to each of the 3 keyframes. Okay, and then I should be able to just click on the layer, making it select all of the frames from start to finish, and then I can control click on that layer and choose Create Shape Tween. All right, now here's the thing. Depending on what your letters are, when you hit return, it may morph neatly. Mine did not. I'm going to Command Z one time, or actually a couple times, so that I get rid of the shape tween, and I want to put in one more keyframe here at 21. Okay, and it's going to be the A. So there's 2 A's there, and you'll see why here in a second. So I am going to put, I'm going to put my shape tween on it again, and I'm going to go to the first frame. Here, I want to put on what is called shape hints. So I'm going to go to Modify, Shape, Add Shape Hint. And you can see that it puts, if I zoom in on this, a little A on it. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and position it up there. I'm going to add it again. Whoops, there it is. Add Shape Hint. And I'm going to put it down here. And I'm going to do it one more time. Add Shape Hint, C, and I'm going to put it down here. Now, the reason I did 1 up top and 2 at the bottom is because it is going to help me morph it into this, which has 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So the C went down here, the B went down here, and the A It was probably here. Let's see how that works. Okay, notice that that makes it morph a little cleaner than what it did before. Okay, now this is why I put in a second keyframe, because after I did the shape hints here to morph it from this to this, it won't let me put shape hints on from that to that. So I have to have a clean keyframe to do it to. So my keyframe is, or my last letter is an S, and the A. So let me do modify shape, add shape hint. I will put in the A up here. I will put the B over here. I will do the C, whoops, move. The C I will put over here. And then the D I'm going to put over here. We'll see how that works. Okay, so I've got D, C, B, A. And now let's see how it morphs. And now that morphs much cleaner as well. So you're trying to match up the shape hints so that they are relatively in the same spot from one to the other, because that helps the shape move. Now, not only can you, obviously you see that it morphed the shape of the letters, but it also morphed the colors. Notice how the color changes. Okay, so it doesn't just automatically change from blue to pink, it has the in-betweens as well. Okay, same thing here. It has the in-between the pink and the green. Now, it doesn't have to be letters that does this. You can morph a square into a circle, a triangle into a star, anything that you want, as long as it has been converted into a shape. Okay, so that is the key for the shape tween. Now, go ahead and Command S to save. And in order to get your Swift file, remember that you have to do either a, I forgot which one it was, Control Play, Test Movie in Flash Professional. And that shows you what you got there. Okay. And if you do, I think it's Shift Return, no, Command Return, that's what it is, Command Return, it creates that Swift file. The Swift file is the one that you need to upload to your Google site, or embed in your Google site. So this is the Swift file, this is your editable Flash file.